Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to a brand new series for TW. One hopefully that will take us ticking along until the release of the new game at one point in 2020. So what is this new series? Well, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, 2009, WWE. Yep, WWE again. But this was a weird one how it came about. Actually was inspired by my FM save. Went 38 wins, 0 defeats and 0 draws. Perfection. That got me thinking, remember Dolph Ziggler came out to perfection? Remember how Dolph Ziggler should have been a multiple-time world champion? Do you remember how stacked and how many good up-and-coming wrestlers there were in 2009? And that's most of them just getting to the main event now? Nah, I think we need to progress him a little bit faster. I think we need to change the course of wrestling. So I was lucky to find this mod. It was quite an interesting one to find. I actually had it on TEW2016, and I've basically converted it over, and I don't even have a proper picture pack for it. So the picture pack I'm actually using is the NGO Generations. But yeah, basically it seems to be a mod that was around in 2010 for TW, ironically for when it's out. It's went to 2013 and I've converted it over, so the chances of me getting a link for it are quite unlikely. Just happened to have it on 2013 and yeah, never really played it. So yeah, hoping to have a good time with WWE. The plan is it's going to be basically no schedule, it's just going to be as and when shows are booked, but you'll see an episode for Raw, an episode for SmackDown, and one for Superstar/ECW, because even though ECW is a B show, it's still going to get treated as, proper storylines. Obviously, when we start off, it'll be the Round Table, the Ruthless Round Table against Christian. But we probably won't have NXT, or maybe Superstars might become NXT, I don't know. But a lot of the guys like Nexus and all that, Nexus will happen at one point, but they'll probably go to ECW, or I might just take them straight from Florida Championship Wrestling to the main roster. But at the same time, it's about having a bit of fun, having a bit of fantasy. So expect Seth Rollins to appear a bit earlier. Expect Dean Ambrose to arrive earlier. Expect AJ Styles to probably turn up 4 years earlier. And maybe some people, Mr. Nigel McGuinness, if he's available, to appear a lot earlier. Or probably when they should have, and properly try and kill TNA off as quickly as possible. But yeah, just a bit of fun. Change wrestling. Don't retire Sean. Change the Nexus. Change a lot of things. And yeah, just see if we can change the course of how wrestling ended up going. Because when you think about it, this is effectively 10 years ago, which is quite frightening. So that's one thing. One thing I'll say is the storylines are already set up in this particular mod. So we'll be kicking off pretty much with the Survivor Series 09 cards, so the likes of Jericho, one of my favourite tag teams at the time. I love Jericho, and they're taking on Undertaker in triple threat match. Same with Cena and DX, of course, the Batista Rey Mysterio. You're supposed to be my friend storyline, so they've got to look forward to before we branch out into more fictional stuff. Also, the whole run of Sheamus. Sheamus ain't going to go champion in like 6 weeks, so we'll build Sheamus up a lot quicker, a lot slower, through the card, and see what happens. So that's another thing. A few other things, the size of the company is a bit unrealistic. International, was WWE that big 10 years ago? I'd say it's far bigger now. So it might be a challenge, might lose Pop for a good bit at the start, but we're the owner, we're Vince McMahon, so if they lose Pop, they lose money. This doesn't really matter, we're not going to get fired, but again, it's just a bit of fun. But huge pressure on straight away to get massive. Basically need to get 90 rated shows that we're losing Pop in America, which is mad. But that's where the mod makers made it. Other things to look at. Edge is the only person that's injured. He was out for 4 months. I wanted it to stay true to real life. Have him back for the Rumble, so he's had surgery and he'll be back in time for the Royal Rumble. Whether he wins it like real life, probably not, but I just want to book Edge. I mean, there's people like this I've not really booked in, well, Edge's case, you're probably talking 8 years. If he retired, I think it was 2011. So a chance to book something like Edge again. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to stuff like that as well. Other things, broadcasting, that's the broadcasters are with. So a lot of these will disappear because you've got a couple in America and Canada. And of course you can only run one per area, I suppose, per region. But you've plenty of deals everywhere. The future of Superstars, we'll see. I think a lot of them, most of them are 3 months contracts because it's a default. And that data wasn't probably in the previous mod, so before we converted it anyway. So hopefully we can drop superstars, go to free shows, and maybe even push ECW as a proper third brand. You can see as well, minimum quality is all 0-0. So again, there'll be a few iffy bits with the mod, but that is the case of it. So that's pretty much it. I'm now going to go ahead and book Monday Night Raw. I've booked it where we tape, well, Raw's live on a Monday, and we tape ECW Superstars and SmackDown all on the same night, so it can kind of work out that we get, hopefully, the run of Superstars, ECW in an episode, and then SmackDown in another episode. But we'll see what happens. We'll sort stuff out in terms of any pay-per-views we want to change. I'll probably just keep it as it is. Maybe change Over the Limit and Fatal 4-Way, but everything else I'm quite happy with. Bragging rights as well, but we're a year away for that, so that doesn't really matter. I'll probably move the shows to 2 hours. I know it technically would have been an hour and a half for both at that time, obviously taking out adverts, but we'll make it 2 hours. But hopefully, emphasis on hopefully, this is the first save I don't go about signing hundreds of people and we just try and utilise what we've got here. We've got an FCW, and then we do bring in is either from TNA to kill them off or is promoted from FCW. I think that's about it. I think the only other real change was, just try to push forward the Matt Striker, really. Why have I got Tony Atlas? Did I do that intentionally? Should have been Todd Grisham, I think. Oh, I know it is. He's not going to show anyway, because it is going to be on Raw, the King and Cole, because JR's on leave. SmackDown will be Matt Striker and Josh Matthews, and ECW will be Todd Grisham and Matt Striker. Superstars, we'll just make it King and Cole, but that could be anything. So yeah, hope you guys are looking forward to it. As always, I will tend to have a few shows booked in advance before it does go live, so if you do have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, let me know, but it might take a bit of time before they get to broadcast, so just be aware of that. But yeah, happy to take on any ideas how you'd like to see the company go creatively, what your favourite memories were kind of in 2009, 2010, and I'll try my best to ensure that we don't arse up the Nexus as much as WWE did when they had that match at SummerSlam and Nexus's momentum went down the toilet. But I was really into WWE at this time, buying merch, got as many shows that were in the UK as possible. I was really, really high on, it's a shame, it's just such a missed opportunity. So cheers for watching, much appreciated as always. If you're new to the channel, hit the wee subscribe button, that'll give you these in your inbox every time they go live. Of course, we are in that wee stage where we're kind of just trying a few things out, having a bit of fun before the massive stuff will happen for 2020. And of course, all the AEW stuff live on Twitch every so often, but all the broadcasts will be brought to YouTube as well, so folk can see that. But yeah, just for watching, much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you for the first proper episode of WWE Insert Title Name. See you later, bye.